Hey everyone, Celebrity Apprentice is back.
Yes!
And so are our recaps.
All right, we got to start with a shout out to IrelandMan, one of our live show viewers, faithful.
Yay.
Eire go bragh. All right, 16 celebrities from all of the various lists, A, B, C, D, and F.
Well, I don't know about A.
Mostly F. All right, so yeah, for the men, Herschel Walker.
Well, you didn't say it's men versus ladies.
It's going to be the men's versus the ladies.
Men's versus ladies.
Teams.
It sounds weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Herschel Walker, Andrew Dice Clay, Bryan McKnight, Tom Green, Dennis Rodman,
Crazy.
Clint Black, Scott Hamilton,
Oh, I love him.
and Jessie James.
All right, and on the women's team, Annie Duke, Natalie
Gulbus,
Melissa Rivers, Brande Roderick,
Khloe Kardashian,
T-Boz Watkins, TLC,
Claudia Jordan,
and Joan Rivers.
Oh.
I know, like, I came into this thinking, oh my god, Joan Rivers, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen her in a while, and I forgot, like, all right, Joan Rivers.
How she looks like she has a cat mask head
No,
on.
like, I don't know, something really...
She's cool, but I just cannot get past her face not moving.
I know, but I just saw the look in her eyes, and I was like, underneath all
There's
the plastic
someone in
surgery,
there.
she's a good woman. Okay.
Okay, and my God, her daughter is looking exactly like her.
Which is scary.
They must go to the same plastic surgeon.
Yeah. All right. So they all met up with Donald on the USS Intrepid.
Yeah, and Donald's like, yo, hit the bricks, kids, because we got to get this shiz started.
Yeah.
Pick a name and a project manager and get back to me.
All right. So the women's team chose Joan Rivers because, hello.
She volunteered.
She's the matriarch.
Right. And she's the only one who didn't have a tampon in her purse.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So they picked the name Team Athena.
Why? I don't know. Because
She's
there
like
was some
the
other good
goddess
names
of
out
war,
there, too.
Intelligent war.
All right.
And all that good stuff.
So, yeah, Herschel Walker seemed to be one of the most intelligent guys on the men's team, so they made him the project manager. But then they came up with this ridiculous name, Kotu, which he didn't even know was Kotu when Donald asked him. It's supposed to mean Kings of the Universe, you know? An acronym for Kings
I don't
of
like
the...
it.
It's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Sounds Lion King. All right,
So the first challenge is to create, bake, and sell cupcakes. And they have to make a mobile sales center as well.
Which is really
decorated
just an ice cream truck.
with a cupcake on the top.
Yeah. So Andrew Dice Clay totally whined like a 2-year-old baby to Donald about not having bagels and that he was all hungry and everything.
He's like, I was the most successful stand-up
I
comedian
sold out
ever.
Madison Square Garden. BFD. Okay?
I've never even heard of you before tonight. So.
I have, and I always thought he was a dirtbag.
All right.
Sorry, ADC.
So after his whole thing about the bagels, Donald was just like, all right, so Don Jr. is going to be coming with the ladies team.
I love that he did that.
Yes!
Donnie has still got it.
Trumpski.
I know.
All right.
So Don Jr., like Maddie said, is going with the ladies.
And Ivanka is with the men.
Ivanka was looking pretty good this season.
Go Ivanka.
Yeah, she's aging very well. Location, location, location.
Yep. You can have all the cupcakes in the world, but you got to be in the right spot to sell.
So the men think the women are going to want their cupcakes in Times Square.
Well, they were wrong.
And the women are, you know, Joan, come on, she was like an on-the-street reporter for,
She invented
People's
New
Court.
York.
Pretty much, because she was here when the Indians were.
All right. So she wanted to put the truck
By
by
Macy's.
Macy's. And Annie was like, well, I saw last season that they put it there, and Mr. Trump was like, no.
Yeah. So Brande Roderick steps up and is like, dudes, put it in front of the Playboy building. That's where all the action is at.
Yeah.
57th and I believe 7th.
Let's just mention she was like Playboy Bunny or whatever
Of the week?
year. Of the year.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
There's a big
yeah.
difference there.
Immediately, Annie starts making phone calls to all of her poker buddies because they got some cash.
Yeah.
Or she says they got some coin. And Tom Green, same thing, calling up Donnie Deutsch.
All right.
Come on, my sister used to work for Donnie Deutsch. He's got deep pockets and short hands.
All right.
Short arms.
So, time to make the cupcakes.
Yeah. So Andrew Dice Clay don't like making no cupcakes.
Which he said about 30,000 times. So he's
Yeah.
like, alright guys, I'm leaving to do a show on Sirius Radio.
Where the hell did he get those glasses from? The Tarek Aziz
I don't
collection?
know. But he took Dennis Rodman along with him.
Because he was pretty much a loser and not willing to work either.
That's true.
So the men's cupcakes were really bad.
And as Tom Green put it, they were trying to put perfume on a turd.
Yeah, because I think they left out the sugar. So they were trying to put this syrup on it so that it would like soak in and taste normal. But it still tasted like ass.
And
as
the
Jessie James
professional
said.
that was helping them was like,
It's still
okay.
bad. Yeah. It's still bad, but we ain't got nothing else. So you got to use these.
Yeah.
And the ladies had trouble with their chocolate cupcakes too. They didn't rise.
The vanilla were good, but the chocolate cupcakes were bombs.
Yeah, so they took some homemade ganache and they put it on the top, you know.
So it was kind of sunken in.
So it was like eating half icing, half cupcake, which is always good.
That's good.
So Annie Duke kind of took control of the kitchen because she was, as Joan Rivers said, the Mussolini of the kitchen, of the cupcakes.
The trains were on time, but no one was smiling when they got on.
They certainly weren't. If I was in that kitchen with her, I'm telling you, I would have stuck her head in the oven.
I know.
So the trucks, they had to decorate the trucks to like attract business.
Now Jessie James is awesome.
Smart. He's amazing.
He is funny.
Yes.
He's smart. And I love him.
Yeah. He took pictures of the guys, you know, like,
Hey!
and they photoshopped these cupcakes on them, and they had these big things printed out so that they could wrap the trucks with them.
It was good.
Looks so good. And the ladies had crap. They basically had these cartoon cupcake pictures that like a kindergartner would have made look bad. So
it was pretty amateurish.
it was very amateurish. So Melissa and Joan pretty much share one brain.
It's true.
You know, I guess
So-
they had to cut some of it out to make room for all that extra skin from the facelifts.
So Melissa was calling a lot of the shots.
Yeah, people were, I think, on the team were getting a little upset that, you know, Melissa was Joan's other half.
Joan is like 76. Get over yourselves.
And Joan, I didn't know this. Thank you for letting me know. Jews like a lot of crap. Who knew?
Oh.
So the men are selling their cupcakes for $20 a pop.
For the normal people
Right.
of the world.
And the ladies were selling theirs for $5, but I had a feeling that they were going for more like $1 for most of them.
All right, so let's get to the actual selling.
Right. Tony Hawk shows up for Tom Green and buys a cupcake for $1,000.
Very cool. And guess what? The naked cowboy showed up. And he was totally crushing on Clint.
They were like, yo, Clint, naked cowboy's got something he wants to say to you.
And then he climbed up on top of the truck and was performing.
That was pretty cool.
Because, you know, they were in Times Square.
Right. So some of the ladies' celebrities included all of the Playboy employees from the building. They had a bunny out there who was hawking cupcakes for them.
She had
a no-name bunny.
Credit card.
Right. From Hef. And Eric Benet, the singer, was there.
Kathy and Hoda from Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Good Morning? Right?
It's the Today Show.
Whatever. They're all the same. I'm never up. I'm
I
at
know.
school. Whatever.
And a whole bunch of poker players that were friends with Annie. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And on the men's side, Dennis wouldn't get out of the friggin' truck, man.
His excuse was if he was on the corner, everyone would be just like taking pictures or whatever, and then they wouldn't buy
It would be
cupcakes.
too much of a commotion for the Rodman.
Really? Because it looked like you were on your cell phone the whole time.
I know. Along with Andrew Dice Clay by your side, like your little puppet. So, Donald calls them up and says, I'm sending a car for you and for Joan. And I want you to send your best cupcake over to Crumb's Bakery because we're going to have ourselves a little taste test, and the winner's going to get $15,000 on the top of their earnings.
So Melissa decided to go with one of the chocolate bombs.
Right, and Andrew Dice Clay went with a vanilla cupcake.
For the men.
Right. So, yeah, they had their little taste test, and then they came back.
Revealed the results at the
Boardroom. So, it was getting to, like, the very end, and Brande...
Two of her big donors showed up, and Annie was being a total bitch.
She was like, I don't know. I think, like, we're very stingy with the cupcakes here. We can only give out, like, 1 or 2, and I don't even know how much you're pledging, so they were going to give $9,000. I mean,
and it was, like, the last 15 minutes, too.
I know. How many, that is just so stupid. What are you going to do? Sell 10 cupcakes for $1 each? Or get, like, $9,000 for the whole
24.
tray? Yeah. So they ended up giving them the cupcakes, but it was just so embarrassing.
She was, like, yelling at Brande, too, right in front of them.
And she, like, ran with the cupcakes in the truck, and she wouldn't, like, let go of them. They had to pry them out of her dead kung fu grip.
And then in the last 2 minutes, somebody showed up for Donnie Deutsch. Before she showed up, I was like, Deutsch, don't be a douche.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to say it. It was just too easy.
I know. So, at the boardroom, Donald totally ignored Andrew Dice Clay yet again.
I forgot what he was even saying.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. So, the taste test was won by the women. Mm-hmm. The chocolate bomb. Melissa, that was a good choice.
But before they found out who won, ADC was all like, oh, the lady made a face when she tried it, so we won.
She raised her eyebrows and she didn't do that when Melissa gave her cupcake. So the men had $49,449, but the women had their $15,000 plus $61,257.
Wow. I thought the women were going to get their asses kicked.
I did too. Creative editing.
Yes, so.
That's a total of $126,000 for God's Love We Deliver.
Yes, which is
excellent
the charity of Joan's choice.
Excellent charity, providing meals for people who asked for them so that they could die with dignity. Nice. So, in the boardroom, when the men were getting grilled, Donald's like, Jessie, are you asleep? And he was like,
he was sitting there like this.
That was hilarious. Yeah, basically, men, your cupcakes sucked.
They were awful, apparently.
Everybody was basically pointing at ADC and Dennis Rodman, like...
And Herschel.
I don't know why Herschel.
Because he couldn't control them.
I know, but he had the biggest money raising.
It's true.
So...
Dennis was all like, we should have had a plan when we were in there.
Maybe it was because we didn't have those bagels, Donald. All right, so
anyway.
Andrew was all ready to quit. Mm-hmm. And Donald totally talked him out by saying, if you quit, you're a loser. We've had people quit in the past.
And they have
been branded losers. So he was like, well, I'm not quitting. If I get fired, that's a different story. But if I quit, no, not quitting.
Yeah, so Andrew and Dennis totally peddled some BS sob stories there.
And they were the two who were in the boardroom with Herschel.
Oh, it was totally weird. Dennis was like, oh, I'm always the victim. And Donald Trump was like, don't you play that shh with me.
Yeah.
And it
That's
was like,
the first time I heard the Donald curse.
No, he's cursed before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the first time this season.
I don't know about the S word, though.
Yeah. Okay, so Andrew ends up getting fired because he really deserved it. He was ridiculous. Who cares if you sold out Madison Square Garden? We want to see some charity money, fool.
Yeah.
So, till next week, much love.